you think my husband cares about updating his TikTok? Like, no, he couldn't care effing less. It's so refreshing to not have a guy checking his stories and
Yeah.
no.
Well, with Bethany, I just said like I had bad news for you because like I'm very, I just find her like when it goes from like there's fires in LA and I'm touching down to be strong to like this is the craziest case ever. Like to like look, it's like a little jingle, a little rainbow, and dresses Alice and Olivia and shoes. Oh, I have fucking blisters on my feet. I mean, I have the most uncomfortable shoes ever for $10,000. Joan and David shoes, and look. Kmart, a little jingling moment here. Now, I'm a little bit obsessed with Bethany, but what I wanted to talk with you about Bethany, we talked about the other stuff. What does she's involved in the case or something? One side said something to her or something.
Well, here's my thing. She says that one side of the Baldoni Lively situation reached out to her. And I'm curious if, based on, I'll read to you exactly what she says,
Yeah, because that's what I want to talk about. I'm very
because
shocked at that.
whose side do you think it is? I think she's implying Baldoni's side reached out. Okay, so she reveals that one side of the legal war reached out to her, and the alum shared what she told them, and she called the situation a quote botch job. Okay. I will tell you, this is her quote, that
Hmm.
one side tried to reach out to me to discuss it, said Bethany. And my opinion about it. Now, like she's going to not take that
Reached
call.
out like, but to talk about it on her
And
TikTok with 1 million followers or whatever it is, or just we're bored and you're like one of the most brilliant legal minds in the country. We just want to pick your brain. Just curious.
I don't even think anybody reached out to her, but okay. I
Oh.
will tell you that one side tried to reach out to me to discuss it, said Bethany. And my opinion about it was the following. This is exactly what I said to them. It's a botched job. This was in the beginning of a lot of controversy. She went on. I was like, this is a botched job. You botched it. The way you start a race is often how you finish it. But Bethany admitted that anything can happen in the trial, given that we don't know exactly what happened. But to this point forward, there's been a lot of public damage, a lot of court opinion, a lot of brand equity damage. That's obvious, she said. It's 2025. Things have to be done differently, positioned differently. It's endless. This is the abyss. This trial, unnecessarily so. Can anybody understand anything she's saying? Quote, it's a shit show. She said, more importantly, you do not F around with what you can't lose, period. Nobody's bigger than the game. Anything can happen in a courtroom. The wolves are always at the end of the bed. She always has some stupid thing to say. Look, I think the side that reached out to her was Baldoni's because she and Mark Garagos, I don't know if they're still working on Reality Reckoning, but they pretended they were for a long time. So Garagos and Brian Friedman. Brian Friedman is the brilliant lawyer who is representing Baldoni.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Friedman and Garagos are very, very close. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
I think Bethany reached out to Mark Garagos and said, "What can you tell me?"
Yeah, I think that
Because
too.
she exactly. There's no way you think Brian Friedman was like, you know who I need to speak to is Bethany Frankel. I'm like, give me a
Yeah,
break.
let me breach all confidentiality in this
Yeah,
case.
let me
And
go.
I mean,
Give
I
me a
understand,
break.
you want to check in with Robert Shapiro or, Gloria Allred, maybe a legal, but like
Yes.
Tom Girardi's not available. But Bethany Frankel, I didn't, I didn't call Kim K. I mean, call Erica Jane, one of the best lawyers I know. I'm hiring Erica Jane for my divorce. Um, Lindsay Hubbard is not happy with Craig's Watch What Happens live appearance. She just has nothing to say about that. And we're hopeful that Lindsay and Carl, that they could move on, that they could move on. Uh, by the way, should Lindsay, she's she says she wants to have a meeting with the powers at Bravo. About what to do with her. Now, she said, I don't know about you guys, but I've done some analysis in my life and I make really good TV. See, this is the problem with these people. You have a minute? This is the problem with these people. They all think, I mean, there's nothing. Now, do I like Lindsay Hubbard? Yeah. Is she one of my favorite parts of Summer House? Yeah. Her and Kyle. Carl, you can fucking keep. You can take Carl and you can keep him. But I love me some Kimanda and I love me. So I love Lindsay, but to say like let me take a meeting and I make such good TV. You're just a cast member that happens to be good at the job, but lots of people are and they edit you a certain way. And when it's over on Summer House, I'm not sure we're developing a show around you, but I got to thinking, should Lindsay Hubbard, I mean, look, Do I think that we can take someone in Beverly Hills and put them in with the ladies? No, you got to be A-list. But since we have a Dead Upon Arrival, Dead as a Doornail, one of the worst shows to ever exist, known as The Real Housewives of New York City. I mean, there's nowhere to go. I mean, we are below zero here. Should Lindsay Hubbard be maybe? We already had Armstrong, and that was a big failure. That Taylor Armstrong, man, that was a fucking failure to bring her into the OC. Should we have Lindsay Hubbard be the first Bravo celebrity to ever go from a show and become a housewife? Should we try Lindsay on RHONY? Maybe.
That
I
could be
mean,
interesting. Why not? I don't
right?
think they have anything to lose. I actually like
Yeah.
that. They have nothing
Right.
to lose. I
Right.
I don't hate that. I don't
Right.
hate that. Good. I mean, this is why you are the brilliant David Yontef. You are the brilliant. I mean,
Tell me more, darling. My house here in Sag Harbor
how
almost just
are you?
burnt down. Tell me more.
I mean, how are people not in love with you? I swear to God. I love your personality. It's so self-deprecating, but also like you live in this rich world. It's hysterical. And it's a bit braggadocious, but it's really smart. And there's so many things I love about you. Anyhow, uh, what a brilliant idea. What a brilliant idea. They have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And she would be, I actually see her a better fit for that than I do Summer House.
She's got a kid. I mean, she even says herself,
Great.
like, will I have the kid in the house next summer? I don't know. I mean, mind you, Kyle Cook at 40 something too. It's this might be, we have this. They might have to do with Summer House what they wanted to do with Vanderpump and just have, a bunch of 20 somethings running around and the older kids. But I think, look, Lindsay is aware of the fact that I have a kid, and I don't know if I'm going to come party every summer anymore. And it's right. I mean, again, if RHONY were Luann and Sonia and the golden era, no, Lindsay cannot go on the show. But right at this point, we got nothing to lose. She has a following. She has a child. She's a single mother in New York. Rumor is she broke up with the baby daddy. She'll be on the. We all know Lindsay don't sit home and wait for the sandwich to be cooked for her for too long. She'll be dating. We all know she could be a team player. If she gets activated, she'll speak up. It's not a bad idea, right?
This is why you get paid the big bucks. It's a great idea. Bravo should bring you on to consult. And we'll talk about it next
I'm
episode, but
starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it.
yeah, well, apparently there's some big changes coming to Bravo. I think we kind of knew this, but we should talk about that next episode because I'm curious what you think the big changes are, but they should bring you on because they need some real help, but that's my
Thank
opinion.
you. Thank you.
All
Lindsay
right, I
Hubbard,
gotta love you and
RHONY.
leave you. I love it.
You guys, we're so sorry for my house almost burning down in the Hamptons. Sarah negotiating mortgage
Trying
deals,
to get a
and
house.
she's trying to get a house. You're close. And we'll talk about that next thing with the psychics too.